Hello guys, welcome to another show of The Sky Show. So hari ni dengan saya adalah Dr. Sangeet daripada Aegle Pharma, who is more focused on women's health, like how The Sky is focused on men's health, but we also give tributes towards women's hormonal balance and all those. Dr. Sangeet has been focused on women's health from the aesthetic part to the women's issues part. Okay, and today we are here to talk about one issue, which is basically vaginal atrophy or alat kelamin wanita yang kering. That's what I talk about.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay?
Dr. Sashi, thank you for having me here. Firstly.
Okay. Alright, so thank you very much for coming to the Sky Show. And we have always addressed the issues of on the men's side.
Yes.
And then we met the other day during a conference and then we were like, okay, let's do something for women and talk about something that women normally have. And I think there's a lot of products out there who are, which is sold by people who are not credible. Products which are not tested, not proven, and I think doctors, especially the ones who are focused on women's health and all those, they know what is the actual problem leading to this, all right? And then you have a solution based on that problem, not like just selling a product out of nowhere, all right? And we have those kind of product sellers a lot on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, so many, and sold by influencers as well. You don't know what the content is, right? So that's also a problem on the men's aspect. A lot of this 3-in-1 coffees, whatever, and all those. So on the women's aspect, I think there's a lot of, like creams and whatever and whatnot. And lepas tu, tak tahu dia punya quality baik ke tak baik. So that's one thing. Alright, so I think I want to go with the question soalan yang pertama. So, apa itu vaginal atrophy atau kekeringan alat kelamin wanita? What does it mean?
Yeah. Okay, so vaginal atrophy basically, it's a chronic condition that it afflicts women who are menopausal, postmenopausal.
Okay.
And sadly enough, it affects about 50% of them and only about 20% that they actually seek help. I guess because, most of them macam mereka rasa malu
lah.
They're shy about it, so they don't even talk about it to their doctors. And macam dia punya symptoms tu yang mereka present, it'll be like, dyspareunia. So dyspareunia tu macam bila bersama dengan suami dia rasa sakit, dia rasa kering, and then there are also symptoms that there's burning sensation, rasa macam pedih, and then sometimes they're discharged. And so the common is also urinary tract infection.
Okay, UTI.
UTI. Okay. So that's UTI, and now what happens in vaginal atrophy is that the inner lining of the vagina, the epithelial layer, it becomes dry, jadi kering, it becomes thin, jadi tipis, and basically there's inflammation.
Okay.
So all these things, it contribute to vaginal atrophy. The main thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically dryness lah. So normally, naturally, this epithelial layer secretes a fluid.
Yes, and that is because of the hormonal levels.
Yes.
So what happens in perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal, the estrogen levels drop, the androgen levels drop. So semua hormon tu akan turun.
Haywire lah. Semua
Haywire.
hormon tak seimbang because as the word goes, menopause. So there's a bit of a problem in the balance of the hormones.
Yes.
So this itself can cause this vaginal wall to become atrophied and cause dryness, right?
Dryness,
but besides menopause, boleh tak benda ni affect macam mereka-mereka yang muda and like not menopause but like probably because of hormonal imbalance?
Boleh. So the answer is yes, because there are a lot of them, they're chronic stress, a lot of them they're depressed. For women who have breast cancer, they go through chemotherapy, and women who are breastfeeding, because when you're breastfeeding with all that prolactin level that's high, you don't have you don't secrete much of an estrogen and stuff like that. So all those are the conditions that will actually affect.
Could it also affect women who are on birth control?
Yes, because what birth control pill does, it will increase one of the hormones, we call it a sex hormone binding globulin. Now that SHBG will bind to the estrogen, the androgens. So what they normally have in the body, it just becomes very, very low.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of women, like they are very young, but because of the birth control pills, they as if they have menopaused. But that is not their true level. They're having that because of the birth control pills for too long.
So I think that is something that I want to talk to you about on another topic, which is birth control and also the how it affects the mental aspect of women. That's something that I want to talk about and get it from an expert. That's for a different day. And the other thing that I want to know is how common is this vaginal atrophy? Is it like prevalent in people who are already menopause? Everyone gets it, and or what is the statistics like?
Statistics, they're up to about 50%. Yeah, so up to about 50% of them, they are afflicted by this, but the only 20% that seek for help.
Okay.
And the thing is, because it doesn't only affect, one is the quality of life, it also affects their sex life with their partners and also the relationship.
Okay, so that you guys tahu lah, that one is already a huge aspect. You just say you are still sexually active and then like, you know, you can't do it because it's dry, but the libido is still there, and that's already going to be frustrating to people, right? So this is when people like go online and find for produk yang tak bertauliah dan tak ada apa-apa backup, and they buy a lot of things which are not even effective. Tak effective tak apa, tapi kalau dah kacau dia punya normal function pun, then it will become a problem. Alright, so now with all this being said, I'm sure there is something that you have which is like a breakthrough product or something like that which is going to help women out there who are having vaginal atrophy.
Yes.
Tell us.
So there is, I would call it as a breakthrough because so far it's not available, and this particular product with the ingredients which I will discuss in detail, it's all research based, it's all studied, and what we normally do is we actually give the estrogen, but it's the E3. Now the function of the E3 is basically estriol.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
so it lubricates the vagina, and we also combine with androgen, which is actually DHEA.
Okay.
So the combination of this, like the DHEA studies have shown that it actually increases, it maintains the pH of the vagina, and then it stimulates the cells, right, and also the vaginal, the nerves. So with all these, it's very effective, it's treatable, and it kind of reverses the vaginal atrophy.
So this is supposed to be applied to the bahagian alat kelamin lah?
Yes, it's localized. Dalam. Jadi it's not a systemic. So when I say it's safe, because studies have shown that even though that it increases, it balances the hormone, increases the hormone, but it doesn't increase the serum estrogen levels. Therefore, it's safe.
Alright.
You know, it doesn't put a person at high risk of breast cancer. In fact, studies have also cited that it's very safe for patients with breast cancer.
Normally, sorry, just to this one. I think when we talk about breast cancer, we are concerned about the E1, right? The estrogen, right? I think the estrogen aspect.
Yeah, the estrogen, and also if too much of E2.
E2, yeah, estradiol.
Yeah, and menopausal women, we tend to produce more of E1.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem. So estrogen ni pun ada 3 jenis E1, E2 dengan E3, yang biasanya kita ganti balik dalam badan most of the times is E2 and E3. Kita takkan, we never give that, okay? And E1 tak pernah bagi. We always use E2 and E3. And so this cream, as Dr. Sangeet bagi tahu tadi, is something backed by studies lah. Memang dah ada studies, memang dah ada menunjukkan bahawa benda-benda ni boleh menambah baik bahagian alat kelamin wanita untuk melancarkan salur darah dekat bahagian sana, dan also improve on the dryness, you know, and also go back to a point where the body is naturally able to secrete. So yang ni bukan lubricant. So yang ni is basically something untuk memperbaiki bahagian sel-sel dekat bahagian alat kelamin wanita untuk supaya dia boleh menghasilkan this natural lubricant by itself. That's how it works.
And you know, besides like, you know, kind of fixing all those, it actually increases the libido.
Oh, okay.
So when the libido is increases, you know, it's less like, I think it'll be more enjoyable even for the woman.
That's nice. So so now you guys yang basically just nak harapkan lubricant je. So that one doesn't contain anything. It's just lubricating. Dia tak memperbaiki bahagian sel-sel yang boleh menghasilkan natural lubrication ni, dan dia tak akan memperbaiki dari segi your libido. It's nothing. It's just that it's easier supaya tak luka, and also it is easier. That's all. Tak luka dan senang. Itu je. Tak memperbaiki libido dan tak memperbaiki alat kelamin wanita in the long run. So what we want normally, biasa kita kata dekat Sky ni kan, kita akan beritahu untuk memperbetulkan. If you correct it, then you don't need to be on medication for long term. Tak perlu makan ubat untuk jangka masa yang panjang. So now, I'm sure you guys nak tahu how this product looks like, and you guys nak contact and all those. Siapa-siapa yang berminat and all those, biasanya kami tak tolak produk, tapi this is something that if you want, you can call for a consultation. You can call the theklskyclinic, and nombor tertera dekat atas ke bawah somewhere inside here. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. And thank you to Dr. Sangeet for being on our show today.
Thank you, Dr. Sashi.
and introducing
Thank
this
you, everyone.
fantastic product to us. All right? Okay, see you.
Thank you.